This video is brought to you by Estimate Experts.
Today we're talking about tariffs and how they affect the roofing industry. Trump tariffs were ruled illegal, but it's not end of the fight. Here's what it means for roofers and the roofing industry. And full disclaimer, tariffs do affect me and my business personally because I actually import highest quality materials from overseas roofing underlayments such as ice and water, synthetic and high temperature. And when tariffs change, we lose money. Actually have lost a couple $100,000 this year. So one of the ways you can support this channel and what we do is by placing an order at bmdirect.com. I promise you're gonna have the highest quality underlayments for wholesale prices, and it helps us not only in that business but also at Roofing Insights create more content. So place the order or I will die. Now let's talk about tariffs. Federal court says Trump's Liberation Day tariffs broke the law. Those were the universal import taxes anywhere from 10 to 50%, depending on the country. The court said only Congress can set a broad tax like that, but for roofers, nothing changes yet. The universal tariffs stay until at least October 14. The Supreme Court is going to review it. Then you have some other tariffs that are still in place, like steel, aluminum, and copper. That's driving up the cost of accessories and metal, like nails, for example. And we are starting to see the impact of all of this on the entire industry. Here's the numbers. Construction costs are 2% higher than last year across the board. Residential spending is down 5%. A worker at CertainTeed's plant in California told us the entire graveyard shift was laid off. He said Malarkey and Owens Corning are also running slow. The data backs it up. Industry layoffs are up again after a 2-year decline. The guys at the top are playing it safe, and it makes everybody else nervous. There were 300,000 construction jobs open in July, but the quit rate hit a 9-year low. People are hanging on to whatever work they can find. Honestly, it's a lot of bad signs, but it's still hard to say whether this is temporarily or a long-term trend. I travel the country almost every week, and I do meet roofers and go to different markets. I've been in Texas recently, I've been in Florida, I've been in Midwest, and I can tell you, roofing companies are slow everywhere. Roofing companies struggling to find new business. If they're in a retail business, they're slower than they did last year. Uncertainty is the bad for everyone, from big players to mom and pops and everybody in between. Personally, I hope we only make one more tariff update this year. The Supreme Court has until October 14 to take action. They could keep tariffs in place with a temporary ruling, but only if they decide to take up the case. The final call on all of this will be in 2026. After that, things will settle down. I want to finish this video with my personal message to everyone, because I've been in this country for 20 years and I have seen big changes, in the president's office, Oval Office. In 2007, 2008, I worked for a construction company under Obama's administration. Our days literally were starting at listening to Rush Limbaugh and all conservative radio talks, and all I heard all day long is how bad Obama was. Meanwhile, I was going to work every day, learning new skills, making money, and after 2 years, that company filed bankruptcy, blaming Obama, blaming administration, blaming the economy, and I went on my own and started making more money than I ever did, $2,000-3,000 a week, installing hardwood floors at the cheapest prices possible. Over the years, I've seen people complaining about Trump, about Biden, about Obama. Here's the thing, you control your destiny. You can sit at a keyboard and complain about Trump, and if all you do every day is complain about president, you're missing the point, you're missing the focus. Focus on what you can improve. I'm not saying you have to agree with the president. I disagree, right? Like, he'll cost me a couple $100,000, but guess what? He'll also cost all of my competitors money too. So the best thing I can do is to vote, maybe to send a letter to my local congressman or whatever, my local representative, and then put in the work. Me watching the news or complaining will not change anything. I think we all as an industry have to just lift up, do what we have to do, hire people, change our attitude, do the hard work, and good things will happen to you. Being political in business is rarely a good strategy, and I do see a lot of people every 4 years going through that cycle and burning out. I've seen people burn out at Obama administration. I've seen people burn out at Biden administration. I would also say the main reason they fail is because they were focusing too much on the president that they did not elect. You will be fine if you did not elect Trump. Country will be fine. We still live in the greatest country on the planet Earth. I hate a lot of things that's happening around me, but the best thing I can do is do the best I can every day and stop complaining. Comment below if you agree. I'll see you guys in the next video.